Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to review Ringo Starr's new album Look Up and a short review on the Beatles 64 documentary that I said I would do but I haven't done. Well, I have done it, but I went on a bit too long on the video, so I'm going to add a little bit at the end of this video about that documentary. So yes, Ringo Starr has a new album out. It's called Look Up. It's a country album. It has... is that 10 songs? 11, I think. It's a great little album, actually. It's not too bad. I enjoy listening to it. I have to be honest. I'm enjoying listening to it. It's been out for a week. It's Thursday today, so it was released a week ago, just under a week ago. And it's okay. It's you know, I mean, I'm a Ringo fan. I'm a big Ringo fan. For me, his albums, Ringo, Time Takes Time, Vertical Man and Ringorama are just essential Ringo albums. They're so good. And if you've not heard them, I really do recommend them. They're really good records, really good albums, really good songs, good lyrics, good melodies, good production. Yeah, very enjoyable, very enjoyable. And so I think this album is a possible return, close to that form, for me personally. This is all my opinion, it's not gospel, it's just an opinion. So the album starts off with Breathless. And by the way, I should point out as well that this album has been produced by T-Bone Burnett, who was a famous producer. So this is I'm trying to get the booklet out of here. Because there's some great little photos in here. You know what, I'm going to have to get a bit closer. Hang on, excuse me for a minute. Here we go. I'm going to get this. I'll get this sorted, don't you worry. Here we go. So there's the disc. It's very nice. It's a peace and love sign. There we go. So here we go, Ringo. The first song is Breathless. I mean, it's great little photos in here. There's a little essay by Elvis Costello. Worth a little read. I won't go into too much detail about that. Yeah, Breathless. Yeah, it's a good song. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'm sort of just getting my thought. I've thought about this for a week and how I feel about the album. Look Up. I think that's a stronger song. That's a good song. I think Look Up is a good track. There's some good words in that. It's a good melody as well. It's a good song. Then we have Time on My Hands. Time on My Hands was the first song that dropped from this record, which I think is probably the Look Up and Time on My Hands, I will say, are probably the strongest songs on here. Time on My Hands, I think, is a really nice song. Not lyrically amazing, especially when you've got When She Was My Baby, I Was a Busy Man. Ooh, yeah. Just little bits like that. That seems to be a bit of a theme for this album. There's little bits like that like... but then again, you can get some bits that are quite good. Never Let Me Go is okay as well. It's a bit repetitive. But it's not too bad. I Live For Your Love is I thought that was quite nice as well. That's some great little photos of Ringo. Any of these photos in this book could have been the album cover. Yeah, some. It's a tricky one, really. I said the lyrics just aren't, you know, amazing. Unfortunately. Yeah, what's that one? Can You Hear Me? Can You Hear Me Call? That's not a bad little song. It's a good, you know, it's a good little song, that. You know, there are some good bits. Rosetta is a bit of filler. Feels a bit like a bit of filler to me. You Want Some, I didn't particularly like that very much. It's country blues. I'm not a fan of blues. String Theory. I'm a mixed bag with this song. String Theory, because it's quite nice melody and tune. The words aren't very strong. I've got to be honest. I kind of find it a bit of a frustrating song. I don't know why, 'cause it goes on a bit. Yeah. Thankful as well is a bit usual sort of thing. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not nothing on the album is amazing. I'll be honest. I mean, I love this photo. I think that's a great. That could easily have been the cover, in all honesty. So that's it. It's a nice cover as well. It's an okay album. It's not bad. I said it's definitely better than what he's done for a number of years. It's definitely better. I'd probably put it in the top 6 Ringo albums, maybe top 6 or 7. To me it reminds me of the album Give More Love, which is a good album as well. I thought that was quite a good album. One day I will rank Ringo albums, because I'd love to do that. So I said at the beginning of the video, those albums of Ringo, Vertical Man, Time Takes Time, Ringo-rama, they're the pinnacle of Ringo for me. With Give More Love, and probably this one, look up around the Give More Love area. You know, so it's interesting. It's very interesting. So yeah, it's not a bad album. I don't think it's amazing. I think the album sort of goes off a bit at the end. I think the first 4 or 5 songs are really good, and then it sort of feels a bit fillerish. But I will be honest and say it's lovely to have a Ringo album. I've not been a fan of the EPs. I have to be honest. The EPs for me have been a bit. Yeah, I've not enjoyed the EP. There hasn't really been any EP I've enjoyed. I certainly didn't enjoy Crooked Boy. I think that's a bit of a Marmite EP, that one. They've all been forgettable EPs, in all honesty. I think one that really stood out as being quite interesting was Rewind Forward. But even that wasn't the best. They're not really very good, the EPs. I sort of don't really listen to them. But this is really good out. As for Ringo, for a recent Ringo, this is good. He sings great on it. The drums are fabulous on it. There's some bits where the production sort of kicks in, where Ringo's vocal comes in a bit like there should be a breath, but he's cut in very quick. It feels like that's been edited in a certain way. I can't remember which song it is. And there's another one where the drums... I noticed on a couple of songs he's done the last couple of years where if he's playing a song on the drums, he'll be on the hi-hat or on the crash or the ride cymbal, and he's doing that. And then he'll switch from one to the other just after he's back in the verse or back in the chorus. I don't know whether it's a mistake or whether it's just a genuine going on feel. I assume it's just feel, but it's still really good. I mean, Ringo still drums, but what I like about this album, the drums are really, really, very, very up front, and they're really, really good sounding. Really good sounding drums, from the bass drum, the snare, the hi-hat, the cymbals. Really good sound. He's got this really unique sound of drumming, Ringo. It really comes alive on this as well. So it's great. I really enjoy this album. Well, not really enjoy it. I like it. I really like it. I think it's a good little album, and it's nice to see that he's back again making new music, and I think he always will. So now we're going to touch on Beatles 64 documentary. Oops. Yes. Beatles 64, don't bother. Watch this instead. The first US visit. You can get it probably second-hand, maybe brand new somewhere on Amazon, eBay. It's brilliant. The documentary, I found it a bit monotonous. The interviews weren't needed. It was the footage, really. I wanted to see more footage. And after Get Back and even Let It Be, it was a real come down, I think, to do a documentary. It's really a documentary that goes with this a couple of days in America. We know the America story when they went to America. We know it. It's been told. Even now, you know, Ringo is being interviewed about it, and it's still the same story. You know, every time they do an interview, Paul or Ringo do an interview, especially in America, it's the same story. So you watch one little interview on YouTube, you know the story, okay? It's the Beatles 64 documentary was just sort of... And Martin Scorsese isn't a very good documentary maker. He's a great movie maker, but his documentaries, oh my goodness, no. Don't work for me at all. Watch it once. I've watched it once, I say, and it's all right. I won't be watching it again, probably, very unlikely. I've watched this several times over the years. First US Visit, that's a lot more enjoyable. From the Maisel brothers, I hope I spelled that right. The Maisels brothers, yes. A lot of their footage is fabulous, and there's more of it, and so I would rather have had an extended cut of this than a documentary about the American Visit, which we know loads about as it is. So that's it. That's That's Ringo's album. That's the Beatles' first US Visit. Great time to be a Beatles fan. McCartney apparently has an album coming out this year. No news on London Town and Back to the Egg. I'm really hoping they come out this year. I can see it. I can't see it. So who knows what's going to happen. Yes, so I hope you do a few more videos soon. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will speak to you very soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye now.